All right, this man needs no introduction, but he's my man, John Keim. I've been here for 23 years. He's been here longer than I have. As far as training camps go, your overall assessment of this camp versus all the others we have covered, Carlisle, Richmond, all the things that we've covered, this particular camp, what is the vibe you see?
I mean, Terry McLaurin is kind of like, his absence is, from a fan standpoint, is certainly dominated, right? I think on the field, you look and say, I think the defense has looked really good. I think the offense has not looked very good at times, a lot of times. I think some of that is not having McLaurin, not having Noah Brown, basically not having your two starting guards for, obviously Sam Cosmi out, Brendan Coleman's been out for a couple weeks. That has affected, I think, the offense. And then I think the vibe and the energy at times, like you get energy from the big plays where the defense is making the big plays. So, and I think like the vibe, to be honest, Lou, like we've covered camps that are way more strenuous than this. And back in the day, they were way like 2-a-days, 4 pads hitting.
Sure.
This has not been that kind of camp. They have a lot of veterans, similar to last year, where they did. It's not as difficult as maybe or strenuous as some other camps we've covered, but it worked last year, right? So what that means, I don't know, but that's kind of like, it hasn't been the most strenuous.
As far as front office goes and the stuff that we've had to cover, for good and bad, when you sign up for Adam Peters and you sign up for Dan Quinn, overall, as somebody who's covered this team, are they in a better spot than you think they would be going into the second year together, or do you still think it's too early to tell with that particular group? Because this area is used to Joe Gibbs, Bobby Beathard, them working. Those two have gold jackets. Not saying that these two.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. So what is your assessment of those two people together?
I think it's been good. I think the best thing, and the thing you haven't seen in a long time here, are the front office and coach staff on the quote-unquote same page. So I think this group seems to be that way. I think there's a clear delineation of power, clear focus on who does what job. That has not been the case here for a while. You had team presidents trying to take over football ops. You had a coach running, in the front office as a GM, but who didn't always want those duties. So like, who was it, right? And so I think this group, clear line of power. And I think from Josh Harris to Adam Peters to Dan Quinn, they know their role. I think that's important. I think they have good lines of communication. I think that's important too. Like, you're not going to make every decision right, but I do think the way they operate is a healthy one.
Last question for you. Besides Jaden Daniels, who's the one player that needs to step up in your eyes for this team to be successful? Just the one player that you feel, or if it's a group, a unit.
I think, because I could say one player, but they could be okay without him. But I do think like a guy like corner Marshawn Lattimore has to have a good year, and it's not just him. Like, you need guys. They signed Javon Kinlaw. He's got to be more consistent than he's been throughout his career. But I think I say Lattimore because because of the way he, I think, can transform a defense.
Correct.
So you have Lattimore. Let's say he comes out there and plays well. He gets back to what he was a few years ago. Now you have two corners on the outside with him and rookie Trey Amos, who can be really good. And I think that then allows you to do different things up front. And with if you can play good press man coverage, as Joe Witt says he loves to play, that's what he wants to be. So if you can get that out of your corners, the front now is different. So that's why I would say, like, is he the only one? No, but I think if he plays well, he can really, really help that defense.
John Keim, ESPN. His stuff is legendary. His stuff is legendary. It's just really good stuff. Love this brother. Thank you.
Thanks, Lou.
All right.